If America has a patron saint of laughter, truth, and trouble, it's him. He was a lifelong adventurer, a failed inventor, a world traveler, and the keenest observer of human nature the country has ever produced. He is Samuel Langhorne Clemens, known to the world as Mark Twain, born in 1835 in Florida, Missouri. Sam Clemens' true childhood home was the river town of Hannibal. His early life was defined by the Mississippi, a world of travelers, tall tales, and diverse characters that would later fill his greatest novels. He left formal schooling early and worked as a printer's apprentice, learning the art of the written word in a practical, fast-paced environment. But the call of the river was too strong. He achieved his youthful dream. He became a steamboat paluta, highly skilled, respected, and well-paid profession. His pen name, Mark Twain, came directly from this life fits the riverboat term for 2 fathoms deep, or safe water. It was a perfect symbol, a foundation of hard-earned American experience that allowed him to navigate the deepest currents of society. The Civil War shut down river traffic, forcing Twain west. He moved to Nevada to try his hand at silver mining, an endeavor that proved unsuccessful, but which gifted him a new career, journalism. It was during this rough-and-tumble era on the frontier that his distinctive voice coalesced, a blend of highbrow satire and lowbrow slang, always aimed at the pretentious and the hypocritical. In 1865, his story, The Celebrated Jumping Frog of Calaveras County, exploded onto the national scene, making him an overnight sensation. This success funded the adventure that launched his literary career, a luxury voyage to Europe and the Holy Land. His hilarious travelogue, The Innocents Abroad, published in 1869, lampooned European culture and the naivete of American tourists. It was a massive bestseller and cemented his status as America's reigning humorist. He had successfully created a persona, the cigar-chomping, witty truth-teller, who saw through the BSA character, just as brilliant as his prose. Twain returned east, married Olivia Langdon, and settled in Hartford, Connecticut, where he built a famously ornate house and lived a life of intellectual prominence. This period marked his most important literary output. In 1876, he published The Adventures of Tom Sawyer*, a nostalgic look at childhood in his Missouri hometown. But his true masterpiece arrived in 1884. Adventures of Huckleberry Finn, Huckleberry Finn, was a radical act of American literature. Through the eyes of an uneducated boy, Twain delivered a scathing indictment of racial prejudice, slavery, and the moral corruption of the civilized South. It was a deeply controversial book that cemented his transition from mere humorist to serious literary artist. Despite his literary success, Twain was a disastrous businessman. He sank fortunes into failed inventions, including a typesetting machine that nearly bankrupted him and unwise publishing ventures. His life, much like his satire, was a study in paradox, brilliant creation mixed with catastrophic finance. By the 1890s, bankruptcy forced him back on the road. He embarked on a grueling world lecture tour to pay off his massive debts. He succeeded, paying off every creditor, a testament to his personal honor and incredible stamina as a performer. His later years were marked by profound tragedy. The deaths of his wife and 2 daughters plunged him into a deep pessimism, which colored his later, darker writings. The funny man had become a sage. The white suit he adopted, his final iconic costume, was a symbol of his purity and his rejection of the dark Victorian standards of dress. He was the first true modern celebrity, using his fame to comment on politics, imperialism, and human folly with savage wit. When asked about his writing, he famously said, "Write what you know, and make it sound like you don't know anything." Mark Twain's legacy isn't just a handful of novels. It is the authentic American voice. He showed us that the best humor is founded in truth, and that satire is the most powerful tool against injustice. He remains the quintessential American story, a self-made man who lived the adventure, lost the fortune, and, in the end, conquered the world simply by telling it like it was. The pilot may have left the river, but the conscience of America has been charting its depths ever since. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, be sure to like, subscribe, and hit that notification bell for more adventures into history.